welcome to The Narrowing Path, Walking the Spiritual Walk. My name is Steve Van Eiderstein. Thank y'all for joining me today as we go ahead and we read today's daily meditation reading from James Allen. I am excited about this one. You know, all of April's just been a hell of a ride, and a lot of great messages, a lot of great instruction, a lot of great things to check yourself against, maybe. So I'm looking forward to see how this turns up. So this will be fresh to you and fresh to me. That means you'll get my genuine response, reactions, observations, and what I relate to about the reading, as this will be the first time I read it out right on this podcast. So you'll get some raw reaction from it, and that's always fun. Sometimes you hear me work through it right on the podcast. So it's always interesting, but I'm grateful for it. So here we go. This is April 20th of James Allen's Daily Meditations. The knowledge of truth is an abiding consolation. When all else fails, truth does not fail. When the heart is desolate and the world affords no shelter, truth provides a peaceful refuge and a quiet rest. The cares of life are many, and its path is beset with difficulties, but truth is greater than care and is superior to all difficulties. Truth lightens our burdens. It lightens up our pathway with the radiance of joy. Loved ones pass away, friends fail, and possessions disappear. Where then is the voice of comfort? Where is the whisper of consolation? Truth is the comforter to the comfortless, and the consoler of them that are deserted. Truth does not pass away, nor fail, nor disappear. Truth bestows the consolation of abiding peace. Be alert and listen, that ye may hear the call of truth, even the voice of the great awakener. Truth removes the sting from affliction and disperses the clouds of trouble. I'm trying to find the words for what that resonated with me very, very deeply in a very real way. You know, life doesn't stop because you're walking this path. We do a lot better at a lot of things, but the fact of the matter is, some situations, until you experience them, you'll never be able to find the truth in them. Not that you're delusional going into it, not that you're asleep going into it, but to feel the pain of loss of a loved one, whether it be a spouse, a parent, a sibling, a child, to feel that pain, I've felt it multiple times. Can be crushing. But what I've come to understand and what I've come to experience since walking this walk has been peace. And in that peace, I've found comfort. Because it's a knowing, it's an understanding of life. It's an understanding of how things work. It's an understanding of the truth of situations. It doesn't take away, necessarily, all of your pain. I don't think any amount of understanding can do that when you lose someone you love. I think pain is the cost of loving someone. And that truth I believe that is a spiritual truth in and of itself, a principle in and of itself. Pain is the cost of loving someone, missing them, cherishing the memory of them. And when you understand that, suddenly the pain is bearable, is it not? To me it was. When I finally understood that the pain was not something to run away from, but the fact that I hurt so badly when I lost a brother. When I lost my brother, I was sober too at the time. The depth of my pain is a direct reflection of the depth of love I had for him. And when I realized that, when I realized the truth of that pain, I became grateful for that pain. Because I knew it meant I loved him and I cared. And it meant that I could care about somebody that much, that it hurt that bad. And it was nothing to run away from. And eventually, over time and inventory, the pain lessened. And lessened. And lessened. And lessened. The more I took myself out of it, the more I got my selfishness out of the way, because we all selfishly have this picture of life as to who is going to be in it, how long they're going to be in it, what it's going to look like, how the interactions are going to go, and when you lose a substantial piece of your own vision or desire for your future life, which is self-centered. That was a hard realization. I was being very self-centered because I wanted my life to turn out the way I wanted my life to turn out. But when you can understand and get you out of the way and get your selfish desires out of the way, you free yourself from the pain. You free yourself from your own selfish grief, maybe. And you can just genuinely still love that person and miss them. Right? Because the hurt will slowly fade. And the love will remain. It's been my experience. I mean, it can flare up from time to time, but it's been my experience. Went on quite a bit with that, but I'll go ahead and I'll break down the reading again, or break down the reading on here for you. The knowledge of truth is an abiding consolation. That's what I was talking about right there, wasn't it? The abiding truth. The knowledge of truth is an abiding consolation. Excuse me, I mixed the word up. It comes in to play in so many things. And it frees me from the need to run or take self-centered and selfish action. He opens up the main part of this with, when all else fails, truth does not fail. And that is the truth. I'm using the word truth. That has been my honest experience. For a lot of my life, I used every other possible way to deal with the pain of loss. Before my brother died, when I was still out, selfishly living my life in an animalistic way. My father had died, and both of my grandfathers died. And the pain that I felt from that, I couldn't get rid of. Everything that I tried to cover it up, to remove it, anything that I did, that I was using to bury it, never worked. But when I got sober, and when I started to understand these truths, I began to realize that it's true, that it is correct, that it is honest, that truth does not fail. I might not like what it's saying. I might not want to hear it, but it does not fail. When the heart is desolate and the world affords no shelter, truth provides a peaceful refuge and a quiet rest. I think that's what I was just relating my experience to. I found peace in the truth of things. I found comfort in that peace. I found joy in the midst of grief. I found the ability to walk through a day and live a life in the midst of incredible pain and fear. Because I knew some truths. Because I had some understandings. How amazing is that? The cares of life are many, and its path is beset with difficulties. But truth is greater than care and is superior to all difficulties. Right there. Life will continue to happen. Truth gives us a tool, a perspective to navigate life when it occurs, and to use life as learning experiences, and to use life to alleviate ignorance, to help transcend these things. The truth gives us a path through it. Truth lightens our burdens. It lights up our pathway with radiance and joy. Like I just said, it shows us a path through these things. It shows us the truth of our burdens, which lightens that load. At least it did for me. It showed me what was actually going on, where the emotions were coming from, where the hurt actually was. Loved ones pass away, friends fail, and possessions disappear. I've had all of that happen. And let me tell you the truth, every single time allowed me the freedom to live. It allowed me the freedom to have positivity and joy. Because I found it's not worth sacrificing my peace and my contentment with life. Where then, hold on a second. Disappear. Where then is the voice of comfort? Where is the whisper of consolation? Truth is the comforter of the comfortless. So he's saying when those things happen, when friends fail us, when possessions disappear, when loved ones pass away, where is the comfort, the consolation? Truth is the comfort to the comfortless. It is the consoler of them that are deserted. The truth sets us free from ourselves and our own resentments, and our own self-pity, and our own anger. Truth does not pass away, nor fail, nor disappear. That's the thing about walking this path and taking this journey. The truth will always, forevermore, be the truth. And the beauty of that statement, that the truth will always be the truth, always blows me away when I think about that. Because it's true. No matter amount of manipulation, no matter the amount of influence you might have, the truth will always, first and foremost, be there. Unchanging, unwavering, unfailing. Truth bestows the consolation of abiding peace. That's what I was saying when my brother passed away. I found peace in the truth of my suffering. When I found that, I was given serenity. I was given peace to make peace with it. Truth bestows the consolation of abiding peace. Be alert and listen, that ye may hear the call of truth and the voice of the great awakener. So we're supposed to listen when we're in these situations. We're supposed to stop, Pray quickly. Meditate. Excuse my yawn. Be alert and listen so you won't miss the message. Be alert and listen, that ye may hear the call of truth, and even the voice of the great awakener. Truth removes the sting from affliction and disperses the clouds of trouble. It does. Doesn't completely remove all the pain, but the initial sting of something happening. It can deaden. And then holding on to that understanding as, family members get involved or things get challenged or whatever might happen, really. Truth will always be able to walk you through it. And what a blessing that is. So, I will go ahead and end there. Thank y'all so much for jumping on this with me. You don't know how much I appreciate it. Fantastic reading today. That truth is where we find peace and comfort as we go throughout our days. So thank y'all for joining me, and I look forward to tomorrow's reading. Until next time, thanks.